What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Oh my goodness, y'all. They had an update in Zooba, a balance patch update in Zooba. For those that didn't recognize, I am going to explain all the character buffs and debuffs. They also have items they buff and debuff and nerf, but I'll have that for a second video. Today we're just going to focus solely on the characters. We have 5 characters that have some different changes in the game today. But before we get into the video, make sure to like and to subscribe to my channel, and also turn on the bell notification so you can stay updated to the latest things that happen in Zooba. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. Alright, the first thing we're going to talk about all the nerfs that happened in Zooba. The first character to be nerfed, a character that actually deserved to be nerfed, was Paco. Now, the nerf itself is not generally bad. Just to say he got nerfed is just a good thing to a lot of players to hear. But to be honest, playing in the battles with him and also going to battle, to me, I'm not gonna lie, it seems like he actually gotten better. Now I know they say they nerf his health, which you can see in game, it makes a big difference. But the way that now, because they reduced the chance, like the damage of his crit hit, but they made it faster, I don't know. I don't feel like his nerf has been significant enough. It seems that it actually gotten better to me in my opinion. But the health thing is a big difference. I think Paulo is like weakened, but to a certain weird degree he's actually better if you know how to play with him well. And so yeah, his nerf to me is not much of a big change, and you'll still see Paco's dominate. So I don't really know how I feel about this one. The next character they nerfed was Suzy. Now this one was a significant nerf, but I actually kinda like it to some degree. Like, it's not the worst nerf in Zooba. Sure, they nerfed a lot of things, mainly just the B turret. It wasn't really Suzy per se, it was just her sidekick, which is, we know, was very broken in Zooba. And so they reduced the range of it, reduced the amount of damage it deals, they reduced the duration it lasts, but for the caveat, they increased the amount of times it attacks, and also they boost up the killing aspect of her with her turret in her. So that's a plus. I think this nerf to Suzy actually makes scenes more like a bee. Now you got 2 different strategies. You can either play around the beehive, which is not as big, you don't take much room no more like you used to in the past, so you got to use that. You have to change your strategy. Or you can play as a sniper, which again, Zooba, this nerf was needed, but also it does change the whole style of how she used to play. So her nerf is not bad, because when I went into the battle and played with her, she's still very, very strong. Got 1v5 or whatever you want to call it with players. She's still very, very strong because her damage or attacks wasn't nerfed. But mainly just the beehive feel more like a beehive and not just over here dominating, like, because this as a sidekick was no one even close to the beehive. But now, you know, the beehive still to me still best, but it's not as so overpowered like it used to. So I like the nerf, it's not that bad. Suzy feel a little more balanced, but she's still strong. The last nerf in this new update was probably the one that hurt it the most and also caught a lot of people off guard. Now, for those that actually was sending all their frustrations about Buck being too overpowered, now they are happy, but most people, they have a problem with Buck. Well, I know I didn't have a problem, because I mean, he's the OG. I mean, how you touch the untouchable OG characters and nerf them? And so Buck getting nerfed, I don't know, I still feel kind of icky about it. They nerfed his passive, which was his signature thing about him being very, very fun to play with. But either way, it just, the nerf to pass, it just kind of, that hurts. I know we have to get used to it, we have to get used to playing with Buck without having that super cooldown, but man, this one really hurt and took a lot out of players that was Team Buck. Now when you do Team Buck versus Duke, I don't know, I feel like Duke got the upper hand because his rage didn't get touched. So Buck being nerfed with his passive really kind of, you know, devastating. But they did allow his passive duration last longer, and also his speed boost a little much. And then the second one, which I think if you did nerf Buck, was the only thing that really needed to be nerfed, was how far he was able to pull a player with his pull through. Other than that, nerfing the passive to me kind of just seems like it hurts a little bit. It don't really feel like Buck no more. But other than that, playing him in battle, you could really see the significant change in his passive. Like, you could really see you playing, you trying to hit attacks fast, it's not the same speed, not at all like it used to. So it's really different. I don't know I never really been much of a Buck player, but when I do play with Buck, I used to always, you know, have fun using that cooldown. But now I see the difference. I don't know, it's just this one, it's a needed nerf, but I just feel like they ain't have to touch the passive, really, to be honest. Everything else, like the attracting pull, I understand that one because it was sometimes frustrating. You didn't know how far he could pull you. Sometimes it'll pull you super far distances when you're not even close near him. It was crazy. But the passive, I just didn't like they nerfing that, but it is what it is. We have to just deal with it. We have to see how far Buck will go down or will Buck stay the same. If he's get rusted, then we probably have to send out frustrations about that, because no way we messing up the OG characters by nerfing them. And so that's pretty much it about that. Now let's talk about the buffs that happen in Zooba. The first one I will be talking about is Quinn's. Quinn's buff, oh my goodness, is amazing. Quinn is changed in Zooba. They made her passive allow her to heal much more quicker, which I really love. That was like kind of like the only little downfall with her. They also increased the bomb dive range, and oh my goodness, that battle is so unpredictable and crazy now when you're playing with Quinn. And also her bomb, she also got increased damage. Overall, Quinn buff was needed. She was a solid character, like probably like middle of the pack. If you play with her the best, she could be considered a good character, but mediocre at best. Now she is actually a good character that if you play with her best can be sometimes broken in certain situations. And so yeah, Quinn now with this new buff is balanced all around, and if you're a good player with her, you might think that she's one of the best characters in Zooba. And so I like the buff to Quinn, mainly the healing aspect, and also the extra range of her buff dive is a nice little cherry on top. And so yeah, Quinn is solid to use now. The last buff in Zooba, which was the most significant kind, was Faye. Now Faye have gotten multiple buffs over time, but a lot of people still were saying she was weak. I on the other hand thought that she was not good on solo modes, but way better on the team mode. As you've seen, if you watch my ranking video, I put her 7th place because that's how good I think she is on team modes, because she just always scares me when I see her on team mode. But now she's gonna really be scaring me. This buff, I might have to rechange my whole top 10 best squad characters. Now Faye might be way much higher. Man, the buff that they gave to her, the speed that she has now, it is significant difference. Also, the fast time of her ink throwing onto the ground, it doesn't take as long floating in the air no more. It literally throws it and it just goes down. Like, that is crazy. And also they increase her damage too. Nothing bad has been happened to Faye. Every single time a new update comes with a balance patch, she's been getting buff, and now this one might be the one that takes the cherry on top. This the one that might make her problem in Zooba and have people complain about she's being too strong, because the amount of damage that she could do now with 4 weapons, and also how fast she could blind you and also knock your defense down, it is going to be crazy. And on teams mode, she might be moving up higher and higher into one of the best characters to use on team modes. And so if you got Faye, man, you better start using on these team modes and even on solos, because she is about to be a problem in this game of Zooba. So yeah, these are all the buffs and nerfs. I'm going to have also my review on all the items that was nerfed and buffed as well. Thank y'all for watching this video. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'm going to be trying to make more videos sooner than later. And also, I'm so glad they actually had this balance patch. You know, it's always good to see what character is going to get buffed, what character is going to get nerfed, who's going to be different, how the meta changes. It's always exciting when balance patches happens, and so I always can't wait to anticipate these type of things when they happen in game. But let's be real, let's bring back the buff cooldown reduction. I don't care if it was just only one day. Let's bring it back already, because I already know people about to start complaining about Buck not having that fast cooldown, because people just, it's when you're used to something, especially your OG characters. When you're used to them OG characters, they're like the pioneers. They're the one that started up everything. I understand nothing that tried to stump, but man, you had to nerf the cooldown too. But anyway, y'all, like and subscribe. Just y'all let me know how y'all feel about these balance patches and all the new changes that's happened with some of the characters and even the items that I'm going to discuss later. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time, and take care.
Hey you! Yeah, subscribe. SUBSCRIB.